Good morning, student. Yesterday I was teaching that analytical chemistry, and I have given some work on page number on that. You have to remember colored cation, colored anion, colorless cation, and colorless anion. And only what happens when sodium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide added dropwise and in excess to the side. I had explained yesterday some reaction, but now I am going to explain some more reaction. Suppose that if copper sulfate CuSO4, copper second sulfate with sodium hydroxide, what happened? It's give sodium sulfate and CuSO4 CuOH whole twice copper hydroxide precipitate. See that when in graph wise it's give pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide, in excess it will happen same. And what happen in that copper sulfate insoluble precipitate it's give in graph wise also, in excess also. But in case of ammonium hydroxide, it's form ammonium sulfate and same product CuOH whole twice pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide. What happened in excess? This same product copper hydroxide with ammonium hydroxide means, see that copper CuOH whole twice with ammonium hydroxide in excess. This reaction in drop wise means small quantity, but in excess it's form tetraamine copper sulfate. It's form tetraamine copper sulfate means, see that CuNH3 tetra, 2 here then di, 3 here tri, 4 here tri, tetraamine copper sulfate SO4 and water 4H2O. You know that this site is the complex site. And the solution will be in the deep color. Here pale blue precipitate, but here deep inky color solution you will get, that is tetraamine copper sulfate solution you will get when this reaction in excess here in graph wise. See that in graph wise or in excess with sodium hydroxide, it's give only precipitate of copper hydroxide which are blue in color, but in excess with ammonium hydroxide that is deep blue in color. In graph wise same thing, pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide it's give. Similarly, same reaction with zinc sulfate, it's form tetraamine zinc sulfate. See both reaction once more means zinc sulfate with sodium hydroxide, it's give sodium sulfate plus zinc hydroxide precipitate, gelatinous white precipitate of zinc hydroxide in dropwise also, in excess what happened, that is colorless, same compound, in dropwise that is same gelatinous white precipitate, but in excess zinc hydroxide, in excess sodium hydroxide, it give sodium zincate, that is colorless solution, sodium zincate and water, 2H2O. See here, in this very interesting experiment, when you are doing this experiment in the lab, you are simplifying that when dropwise small quantity you are adding sodium hydroxide with a strong alkali in zinc sulfate, you are getting gelatinous white precipitate of zinc hydroxide, but in excess it gives sodium zincate which are colorless solution. But in case of ammonium hydroxide, sodium sulfate plus ammonium hydroxide, you will get same compound, ammonium sulfate and zinc hydroxide. Your observation will be same, gelatinous white precipitate, but in excess, in your book given that one also on page number 65, in excess this ammonium sulfate, plus excess ammonium hydroxide, it's give and zinc hydroxide, in book also given that one, zinc hydroxide, ammonium, directly you write this reaction, zinc hydroxide plus ammonium hydroxide, it's give as NH3,4SO4, tetraamine zinc sulfate and water. The solution will be colorless. Same reaction with copper. In that case, tetraamine copper sulfate with zinc, it's form tetraamine zinc sulfate and water. The solution will be colorless. Here gelatinous white precipitate. My dear student, I have explained mostly the reaction of that. Now I am going to explain the reaction. What happened? Remember that in 9th class you have studied the preparation of hydrogen by Bose process. You have studied, and also what happened when two metal react with acid. But how would you prepare hydrogen gas with alkali? Only 3 metal, zinc, lead, aluminium and tin. 4 metal, zinc, lead, aluminium and tin, when react with strong alkali like sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide, it give hydrogen gas. I am going to explain some reaction. See that when zinc react with sodium hydroxide, it give sodium zincate and hydrogen gas. Now balance the reaction. When two metal react with strong alkali, give complex salt and hydrogen gas. Similarly, you can say that when metallic oxide like zinc oxide when react with sodium hydroxide, it gives sodium zincate and water. See that little difference in both reaction. Here metal with strong alkali, here metallic oxide, that is called basic oxide, with strong alkali. It gives in first case hydrogen gas. You know hydrogen highly combustible. The calorific value of hydrogen is 3 times more than LPG and petrol. The calorific value of the, you know the meaning of calorific value? The amount of heat energy released when 1 gram of fuel, 1 gram of the fuel used for complete combustion, means for the complete combustion of 1 gram of any fuel, whatever amount of heat energy you get, that is called calorific value. And hydrogen is 3 times more, having more calorific value than LPG and petroleum, means each having 150 calorific value, whereas LPG and CNG, petrol, that is only 50. Similarly, when lead react with sodium hydroxide, it gives sodium plumbite and hydrogen gas, whereas lead monoxide, which are yellow in color, with sodium hydroxide, same react product, sodium plumbite and water. My dear student, only these reactions are given in your book. Afterward exercise question, and exercise question only that one, what happens when this react with this in dropwise or in excess. Write complete reaction, your observation, and the chapter is going to be over. Thank you. Have a nice day.